2 months ago, a woman brought her 2021 Toyota Camry into my shop. 47,000 miles. One owner. Perfect maintenance history. But it was misfiring, running rough, and getting 8 miles per gallon less than normal. At 47,000 miles, that should not happen. So I pulled the intake manifold, expecting carbon buildup. What I found instead made my blood boil. The intake valves were coated in this thick, sticky sludge. Not normal carbon, not oil, something else, something worse. And when we traced it back, it wasn't the engine, it wasn't the oil, it was the gasoline she'd been using for 2 years. And here's the scary part. You could be pumping the same stuff into your car right now and have no idea. Here's what most people don't realize. Not all gas stations sell the same quality fuel. Legally, yes. Real world, not even close. Some stations sell clean, properly blended fuel that keeps your engine healthy. Others, contaminated, watered down, poorly stored junk that slowly destroys injectors, fuel pumps, catalytic converters, and sometimes the engine itself, one tank at a time. And I've been seeing it more and more lately. What's actually going wrong? After 18 years working on Japanese cars, I started noticing a pattern. Cars with clogged injectors, rusty fuel pumps, weird misfires, premature catalytic converter failures, all coming from the same few types of stations. So I started digging. Here's what many mechanics already know. Problem number 1. Ethanol separation. Most US gas is E10, 10% ethanol, but ethanol is hygroscopic. It absorbs water from the air. If fuel sits too long in old underground tanks, the ethanol separates. Water sinks to the bottom, sediment builds up. Guess where your pump pulls from? The bottom. So sometimes you're not pumping clean fuel. You're pumping water plus ethanol plus sludge. That's brutal on injectors, pumps, seals, and metal components. I've pulled fuel pumps that looked 20 years old out of 50K mile cars. Problem number 2, old station equipment. Here's something nobody talks about. Even good brand fuel can get contaminated at the station itself. If a station has rusty tanks, dirty filters, old piping, poor maintenance, your fuel picks up junk before it ever reaches your car. So brand alone isn't enough. Maintenance matters a lot. Problem number 3, low turnover fuel. This is huge. Gas that sits for weeks absorbs moisture and breaks down. Busy stations, fresh fuel. Empty stations, stale fuel. I trust a packed station way more than a deserted one with the cheapest price in town. Which stations are safest? From what I've seen in real life, generally safer bets, high traffic stations, newer locations, major brands with strict franchise standards, warehouse clubs like Costco, huge turnover. Higher risk, no-name independents, cheapest gas in town spots, old neglected stations, places where pumps look like they're from 1998. If the station looks sketchy, the fuel probably is too. Trust your eyes. How to protect yourself. Here's exactly what I tell customers. Step 1. Stick to busy, well-maintained stations. Step 2. Avoid filling up right after a tanker delivery. It stirs sediment. Step 3. Don't chase the absolute cheapest price. Saving $3 today isn't worth a $3,000 repair later. Step 4. Run a quality fuel system cleaner every 5 to 10,000 miles. Techron or Redline actually work. Step 5. If your car suddenly runs rough after a fill-up, don't ignore it. Bad fuel is often the cause. Cost reality check. Let's do the math. You save 20 cents a gallon chasing cheap gas, maybe $150 a year. But contaminated fuel can mean injectors, $800, fuel pump, $600, catalytic converter, $1,500. Labor, $500 plus. That's $3,000. To save, $150. That's not savings, that's gambling. Your engine was engineered with insane precision. tiny tolerances, high-pressure fuel systems, sensitive injectors. Feed it junk and it dies early. Feed it clean fuel and it'll run 300,000 miles. So stop thinking of gas as just gas. It's not. It's literally the blood of your engine. Choose wisely. If this saved you from making an expensive mistake, hit like and subscribe. And next, I'll show you the maintenance habit that secretly kills transmissions. Trust me, almost everyone does it wrong.